I'm Colonel Holtz. Chief Master Sergeant Gordon and myself would like to welcome you to September RSD. I'm joining you from the newly renovated Airmen and Family Wellness Center, Building 6913, and it's looking amazing. You know, as promised each drill, I said I was going to come out and give you a video and bring up those items or hot topics that I think are most important to you and what I need to communicate to you. There's three priorities I want to start out with, and those priorities were what I gave you when I took this job. First priority is making Battle Creek BRAC-proof. By that, what I mean is finding new mission sets that complement what we currently have so that the next time they do any sort of base realignment, we're not even going to be looked at because they can't afford to get rid of us. Second is safety. You know, that front gate, I told you before, I don't like it. So I'm working with civil engineering and the mission support group to try and push that timeline up. Originally, we're looking about maybe 23, but I'm hoping we can push it up and get that new front gate on the west side here a lot sooner. And then finally, force management. You know, I want to give every airman the opportunity to succeed and meet the objectives in their career that they want. By that, I'm working with our senior officers, our senior enlisted, finding out what our future leaders, who they are, and who wants to be a leader, and finding out how to get them to that point in their career. So really overall, it's going to take you. We do need senior leaders in this organization. And I said it before, you know, every person's a leader. I talked about decentralized leadership, and what that implies is everybody's a leader, and that's what it takes to get the job done. September is Suicide Awareness Month. The biggest part of Suicide Awareness Month is because concerns that the Air Force has had from a high number of suicides so far, 78. And the way they look at it, if they continue on this path, they could have as many as 150 to 160 suicides this year, which would well surpass previous years. Obviously, I'm concerned about that. The Chief of Staff is concerned about that. You know, the Chief of Staff came out with a letter, and he talked about airmen going through basic training. These airmen come out with all this hope. They have a bright future in front of them, but at some point they fall into hopelessness and despair. And so it's important for us, and I repeat it over and over again, that we are family. We have to have our finger on the pulse of every airman that's out there and make sure that we know what's going on. Sometimes just saying, hey, are you okay, is enough to make somebody turn around and realize that they have purpose in this world. And so what we're doing is in the month of October, on the 24th, the Thursday prior to our October RSD, just prior to Capstone, we're going to do a resilience tactical pause. This is guidelines that came down, and I think it's great for the organization because overall what it's going to do is allow us to recage, take a look at our fellow airmen, learn more about the signs that we could see if there's anybody contemplating suicide, and then also spending another half of the day just doing team building and prepping ourselves for the upcoming Capstone. So overall, the way the agenda will work in October is, again, on the 24th, we'll start it out with an all-call. It'll be a half-day event really to cover what we're doing, and it'll be based on your schedule. But I'll start it out. We'll do an all-call. We'll talk about the importance. Hopefully have a great speaker that'll come in. Again, go through a little bit of education that kind of just solidifies what we already know and have learned in the past about suicide prevention. And then we'll take the rest of the half a day to, again, prep ourselves for the Capstone, make the base look a little bit better, and again, do team building. And I ask you to seek out people maybe that you don't know. Talk to them a little bit and learn more about them because, again, this is our true second family. One of the things I want to ask you is, and I know it's a problem or not a problem, but I know that people don't like doing surveys. But again, as part of my job as a new commander here, we have to do a DX survey. And I can't really tell the culture of the 110th unless you are honest with me and tell me what's good about the 110th and what's bad about the 10th. So again, I'm asking you to do the DX survey. You should see it coming out this drill. As well as that, there's a UEI Capstone survey that's out that's part of our October survey, and that helps the IG determine the culture as well. So again, I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. I want you this drill to work hard, but I also want you to have fun. And again, I want you to go out, meet new people, figure out who they are, and if you see somebody that's down, just do the simple thing and go, hey, are you all right? Because again, we're family. So again, have fun, be safe, and have a great drill. I'll see you around the base.
Thank you, Colonel Holtz. Team, welcome to September 2019 RSD, where it is my privilege to serve as your command chief. You know, there's been a lot of buzz lately about the uptick in suicides across the Air Force, and Colonel Holtz talked to you about the resilience tactical pause that we'll be taking in October. You know, I want to let you know that that tactical pause is not just a checkbox and a move on. There's no greater priority in this wing than the health and the well-being of each and every one of our family members. And that tactical pause is an opportunity for us to hear what your concerns are, hear what your challenges are, so that we can give you every tool in the toolbox to ensure that you have what you need to continue to serve as a valued member of our organization. Resilience Tactical Pause is a down day for us to give you what you need. And that's one of the reasons we come to you today from the Wellness Center. It's like a one-stop shop for all of your resource needs, to include the Equal Opportunity Office. So I'd like to turn it over now for a couple of comments from our Equal Opportunity Director, Captain Phillips. Captain Phillips,
Thanks, Chief.
welcome.
Thanks, Chief Gordon. As Chief Gordon said, my name is Captain Jonna Phillips. I am the Director of the Equal Opportunity Office located here in the Wellness Center, along with my NCOIC, Tech Sergeant Tara Fitzpatrick, and Staff Sergeant Trong. We are really working hard this year to have a wing-wide presence, and one way we're doing that is hosting the first annual Women in Leadership Symposium. Our goal in hosting this event is to increase our presence and to continue with the theme of the conference to think equal, build smart, and innovate for change. As we continue to move forward, the Equal Opportunity Office is not just focusing on cases and complaints, but prevention. And one way we do that is through various means of the DEOX survey, our human relationships education training. And so we really want to use those resources to support you and your office. Our goal is to support the squadron and the members to have a professional work climate that allows for the mission to be accomplished. We hope to see you around and hope to see you at the Women in Leadership Symposium.
That was our Equal Opportunity Director, Captain Jonna Phillips, and hopefully you can join her tomorrow for the Women in Leadership event. On a final note, I've always said that a big part of resiliency is having fun. So hopefully you can join myself and the rest of your Chiefs group at our Burger Burn this coming Saturday at 3:30 behind the base club. It's a great opportunity to come out for food, fellowship, and fun. You can chat with your Chiefs, and while you're there, you can congratulate our two newest Chiefs, Chief Tim Reynolds and Chief Eric Morse. Each and every one of you are invited to that event. I hope to see you there. Until then, team, have a great RSD.